The day the king died, thousands flooded the palace grounds. Men who once feared him stood shoulder to shoulder with women who had praised his generosity. Some cried openly. Others whispered secrets they had carried for years. As the golden casket was lowered into the earth, an old man stepped forward and said something that silenced the crowd. Money bought him the crown, but it could not buy him time. The statement spread through the crowd like wildfire. How could a man who owned half the city's businesses, controlled industries, employed thousands, and possessed unimaginable wealth die so suddenly after finally becoming king? Some believed it was fate. Others believed it was revenge. And a few claimed the rumors that had followed him all his life had finally caught up with him. But to understand how everything ended, one must return to where it all began, in a forgotten village where a poor boy dreamed of becoming more than destiny allowed. Many years earlier, in the dusty village of Umudora, a young boy named Chinidu grew up in a leaky mud house. His father was a struggling farmer. His mother sold vegetables in the market. Most nights, hunger sat at their dinner table. While other children played, Chinidu worked. He carried water, sold firewood, and helped farmers for tiny wages. Yet he possessed something rare: ambition. Whenever elders spoke about wealthy businessmen in the city, his eyes sparkled. "I will become richer than all of them one day," he often declared. The villagers laughed. Some called him arrogant. Others called him foolish. How could the son of a poor farmer ever compete with men born into wealth and influence? But Chinidu never forgot their laughter. One day, he promised himself they would remember his name. At 18, Chinidu left the village with a single bag and less than $20 in his pocket. The city welcomed him with hardship. He slept in crowded rooms. He washed cars. He carried goods in markets. Some days he ate once. Other days he did not eat at all. But he observed everything. He studied successful people. He learned how businesses operated. Eventually, he saved enough money to start buying and reselling electronics. The profits were small at first. Then they began growing. Within a few years, he owned a shop. Soon after, several shops. Then warehouses. People who once ignored him now sought his attention. The poor village boy was becoming a force nobody could ignore. By age 30, Chinidu was already wealthy. His company expanded into transportation, construction, and real estate. Money flowed endlessly. Luxury cars filled his garage. Mansions appeared in different cities. Politicians visited his office. Traditional rulers sought donations. For the first time, he experienced something greater than wealth. Power. People obeyed him. People feared disappointing him. His influence stretched across regions. Yet despite all his success, one wound remained. The village that mocked him still treated him like an outsider. The royal families refused to acknowledge him. Their rejection fueled a dangerous obsession. As his wealth multiplied, whispers followed him. No one could explain how quickly he had risen. Some claimed he had powerful spiritual connections. Others accused him of ritual practices. The rumor spread through markets, churches, and social gatherings. Every achievement brought fresh accusations. When he built a new factory, rumors intensified. When he acquired another company, the stories grew darker. Despite having no evidence, many preferred mystery over hard work as an explanation. Chinidu publicly dismissed the allegations. But privately, he became bitter. No matter how much success he achieved, some people refused to believe he earned it honestly. The controversy would shadow him for the rest of his life. Back in Umudora, tragedy struck. The aging king passed away. The entire kingdom entered mourning. Soon discussions about succession began. According to tradition, the next king should come from one of the royal families. Chinidu's name was never mentioned. Not once. The wealthy businessman was still considered an outsider. Despite all his achievements, bloodline mattered more than money. When he learned this, old wounds reopened. Years of rejection returned. For Chinidu, this was no longer about becoming king. It was about proving that nobody could permanently deny him anything. Instead of accepting tradition, Chinedu began meeting influential elders. He donated money to community projects. He renovated schools. He built roads. He sponsored festivals. Soon many village leaders openly supported him. Money was transforming opinions. Some elders argued that the kingdom needed a modern leader. Others secretly enjoyed the financial benefits. The royal families became alarmed. Arguments erupted. Meetings ended in chaos. The village split into rival factions. What began as a succession debate evolved into a battle for power. And Chinedu was determined to win, no matter the cost. Months later, controversy reached its peak. Traditional kingmakers shocked everyone. Against centuries of custom, they selected Chinedu. The announcement triggered outrage. Royal descendants accused leaders of corruption. Young men organized protests. Community meetings nearly turned violent. Yet none of it mattered. The billionaire had won. As drums echoed through the kingdom, Chinedu was crowned king. The same villagers who once laughed at him now bowed before him. For a brief moment, it seemed he had achieved the impossible. But power gained through conflict rarely arrives without consequences. The coronation failed to unite the kingdom. Many subjects accepted him. Many refused. Every decision he made faced criticism. Supporters praised his development projects. Opponents accused him of buying loyalty. Rumors resurfaced with renewed intensity. The palace became a battlefield of politics and suspicion. Even trusted advisors began choosing sides. Instead of enjoying his triumph, Chinedu spent most days managing conflicts. The crown he fought so hard to obtain felt heavier than expected. Yet he remained determined to prove everyone wrong. Despite opposition, remarkable changes occurred. Roads improved. Schools expanded. Healthcare centers emerged. Businesses arrived. Jobs increased. The kingdom experienced rapid development. Visitors praised the transformation. Investors took interest. For the first time, many critics began softening their positions. Perhaps Chinedu truly wanted progress. Perhaps he deserved the throne after all. But just as public opinion started shifting, mysterious events began unfolding behind palace walls. And everything was about to change. Several respected elders approached the king. They claimed strange signs were appearing. Ancient traditions, they warned, had been violated. According to them, the throne carried sacred responsibilities beyond wealth and influence. Some advised him to step down. Others urged special ceremonies. Chinedu dismissed their concerns. He believed success came from action, not superstition. The warnings continued. Dreams. Prophecies. Predictions. Yet he ignored them all. His confidence had carried him from poverty to power. Surely it could protect him now. Or so he believed. Without warning, the king fell ill. Doctors from major cities examined him. Specialists ran countless tests. No clear explanation emerged. His condition worsened rapidly. The once energetic billionaire struggled to stand. The kingdom watched in shock. Rumors exploded. Some claimed enemies had cursed him. Others blamed spiritual consequences. Social media turned his illness into endless speculation. As weeks passed, fear replaced confidence. For the first time, Chinedu looked vulnerable. The man who had conquered poverty, business, and politics was now fighting an enemy he could not control. Confined to his room, Chinedu spent long hours alone. He thought about his childhood. He remembered the mud house. The hunger. The mockery. The dreams. Had all his sacrifices been worth it? He had built an empire. He had become king. Yet peace still felt distant. Many who surrounded him wanted his power, not his friendship. Many who praised him once criticized him. For the first time in years, he questioned whether the throne had truly brought happiness. Outside, thousands prayed for his recovery. Inside, he wrestled with regrets. One rainy morning, palace bells rang. The king was dead. The announcement devastated supporters. Business leaders mourned. Workers cried. Entire communities gathered to honor him. But alongside grief came controversy. Questions remained unanswered. What caused his sudden death? Was it illness, stress, fate, or something darker? No one could agree. The kingdom entered mourning once more. And just like that, the reign he fought so hard to achieve was over. Far sooner than anyone expected. Years later, people still debate King Chinedu's story. Some remember a visionary leader who transformed a struggling kingdom. Others remember a controversial billionaire who purchased influence and challenged tradition. Children study his rise from poverty. Businessmen admire his determination. Historians analyze the conflict surrounding his coronation. Yet one lesson remains undeniable. Wealth can buy influence. Wealth can buy opportunities. Sometimes wealth can even buy a crown. But it cannot buy destiny. The poor village boy achieved everything he ever dreamed of: riches, power, respect, and a throne. Yet the crown he spent a lifetime pursuing became the final chapter of his remarkable journey. And in the end, the kingdom learned that even the most powerful men are only temporary rulers of time.